1976, 20th Century Fox Home Video VHS distribution of Predator 2 was released as part of 20th Century Fox's Selections Collection. And what exactly was that? Well, the 20th Century Fox Selections Collection was a vehicle to re-release a lot of their older titles on VHS. And by this time, which was the mid to late 90s, VHS production had become so cheap and streamlined that they were able to sell these for under $10. And that economically friendly price would be an attractive and major selling point for this line, which in turn would increase the production, which also in turn would increase the distribution, which translates to there was a shitload of these. You could find these everywhere. You could buy them in grocery stores, for heaven's sakes. I mean, they weren't rare then, and they're certainly not rare now. Yet nowadays, they're very easy to find and have a very low tier price range, $2, $3, $5. You know the deal. This 1992 VHS distribution was the second time Predator 2 was released on VHS, the first being in 1991 by CBS Fox Home Video, which essentially is the same company as 20th Century Fox Home Video. They were one of those major distributors that went through a lot of name changes. Yes, the company that would become, and as we know them today as 20th Century Fox Home Video, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, started off life as Magnetic Video, founded in 1968. Now, I know what you're thinking. 1968? How is that possible? Home video was not a thing until 1976. Well, that's a great question, and you're correct to ask that. Let's keep in mind, however, that home video didn't exist until 1976. And that is when VHS and Betamax was born, giving the world a format to watch videos at home. But video did exist before that, but only in a commercial format, meaning that video was only available to television stations, and what we know as VHS and Beta was not a thing. Yeah, the very early form of videotape is basically unrecognizable to what we came to know. The first versions of commercial video was basically a film reel, only it wasn't film, it was magnetic tape. Now, to avoid giving everyone, including myself, an aneurysm, I'm going to avoid all the sciencey stuff. This reel format would become known as the quad, or just quad film, or quad tape, or something quad. It's quad. In 1969, video would become a little bit more recognizable with the U-matic, the first video cassette. Now again, they were only for commercial use and weren't available to the public, but this is the forefather of the VHS tape, or Betamax cassette, whatever your flavor was. Not too long after its conception, the U-matic cassette would evolve into what we know as home video, and in 1976, the VHS empire began. And magnetic video would become the first company to put theatrical releases on the brave new formats of VHS and Betamax, making them available for consumer use. Or rather, I should say the first commercially successful company to do so. Yes, they weren't exactly the first company to put movies on tape for consumer use. In 1972, a company known as Cartridge Television Incorporated introduced their own line of home videos, with the pretty weird and totally forgotten about Cardivision cassettes that were supposed to be played on the Avco Cardivision player, which was one of the forefathers to the modern VCR, and nobody talks about this. And there's a pretty good reason for that. They were shitty and expensive and didn't sell very well. In fact, 13 months after its debut, Cartridge Television Incorporated went belly up, taking the Avco Cardivision player and the Cardivision cassettes down with it. So Magnetic Video wasn't the first company to put movies on a home video format, but they certainly were the most important. And they were one of the pioneers of video rental, which pretty much guaranteed the success of VHS. In 1982, Magnetic Video was bought out by 20th Century Fox, becoming 20th Century Fox Video. And then, pretty much immediately within that same year, 20th Century Fox began their partnership with CBS, becoming CBS Fox Home Video. And this two-headed monster would become one of the major home video distributors until 1995, when CBS split, leaving 20th Century Fox all alone. And that's when they became 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. And I know I said that my 1996 VHS distribution of Predator 2 was a 20th Century Fox Home Video distribution, but really it's a 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment distribution. Now, even with the partnership of CBS, Fox would do its own thing video-wise throughout the 90s. From 1991 to 1998, they would release some titles under simply Fox Video. So yeah, they were their own affiliate distributor. That's how you know you're doing pretty well. And well, they most certainly did. And 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment still exists today, far beyond the age of the VHS empire.
Watch the full episode here, as well as other classic Captain Adams VHS pirate ship adventures. And please hit subscribe.